They've got Jones. Jones is out there with Ntilikina, and it's Bonga in at the 3 spot. Here's Bonga. Puts up a 3. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Nunn. Jacks up a 3. Good on the triple.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Jones. And he makes that one. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Right wing. It's stolen by Jones. Out to the right wing. Here's Ntilikina. No good on the triple. And now Athens on the break. Now Nunn. Here's Osman. It's tipped. Ntilikina passes to Jones.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Both good from the line that time.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Slukas passes to Nunn. Inside. It's stolen by Jones. And here's the fast break. Lets it go with a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Jones has got 7 points.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Nunn against Jones. Nunn kicks to Osman. Hernan Gomez a screen. 5 on the clock. Shot to stop the run. And it's Osman missing.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Ntilikina passes to Bonga. Screen by Jones. Fires from the line. Bonga, no good.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic Superstar says it's like anything in life. It's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin, but you just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. EA, thanks.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Athens shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And the first one drops. So he gets them both. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Jones, the pass to Jones. Stolen by Yurtseven. One-on-one fast break. Over to the wing. Back to Osman. Here's Slukas. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. He has 7.
The only way he was getting to the hoop was to use the double clutch.
Jones for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
None. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Jones, no luck. Athens trails by 8. Here's Osman. He has yet to score. It's stolen by Jones.
And that's 2 fouls for him this quarter. A third would be a problem.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's the screen. The three. They get it back. Pass to Pakusevsky. Here's Lundberg. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Washington, that's for 2. And it's, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Up by 10. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
They've got Pokusevsky, and it's Lundberg in at the 2. Here's Brown. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Here's Lundberg. Pass to Pakusevsky. Lets it go from deep. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Davies. Nothing on the board. Lets the 3 fly. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Athens trails by 14. Stolen by Washington. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Brown. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Lets a floater go. Can't get the layup. Pokusevsky with the ball. A 3-pointer off the mark. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
All alone. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. And here is Athens now. They trail by 14. They set the pick. The 3. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. Pass to Washington. This one for 3. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Out left to the wing. Defended by Pokusevsky. Shot clock at 6. For 3. Cranes the 3-pointer.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
We've got 1:55 left in the first half of the game. Good on the 3-point shot.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
To the left wing. Here's the 3. Drills the 3-pointer. He has 6.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Lundberg, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 1:21 left to play in the first half. Right wing takes a three. Defended by Pokuševski. 6 on the shot clock. Tries it again. Pokuševski grabs the miss.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Quick shot there, and it's off target.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. Buries it from three-point range. Washington's got his second basket of the night. With the drive, they grab their own miss. There's Brown with the three. The steal. Out on his own on the break. Had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't sink the three. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Here's Lundberg. Up in time. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
How about that? Just a perfect finish to the half as they tack on another three to their lead.
And we finished one half of basketball, leading by 14. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second.
Well, to be honest, a good shot for one person may not be a good shot for you. Each guy on this team has to understand his limitation.
Okay, guys, now let's... That is more than enough.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You have to like what we've seen from Jones.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
We've got Yurtsevin, and it's Nunn in at the two-guard spot. Ilakina out there with Jones. Then it's Jones, and it's Bonga in at the three. So starting the second half, here's who Phil Jackson has on the floor. Here's Nunn. Busts the three after using the pump fake. Nunn's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Athens. Jones with the screen on Nunn. Three-pointer. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
No good from Hernan Gomez. An even 3-on-3 break. Deflects the pass. And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 10.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Jones, no one around him. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Seconds now into the second half. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside, Jones. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
3 points.
Jones has got 9 points now in just the second half. Slukas passes to Nunn. And a miss there on the triple.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
Athens trails by 17. Back to Hernan Gomez. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And here's Jones. He's He's got 24. The tray. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Here's Osman. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Outside, Jones. Puts up a 3. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:58 left in the third. Here's Lucas. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Jones sets the pick for Jones. His 3-pointers off the mark.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Hernan Gomez passes to Lucas. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of it.
None, that's good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
51 seconds left in the third. With his first shot attempt, that one goes in. Athens trails by 15. Driving the lane. Fires for 3. The shot missing. Out to the wing. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ntilikina can't hit. Lucas passes to Osman. Takes the 3. Bonga pulls it in. Jones from outside. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Up by. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Athens. 15-point game. Out left to the wing. And it's good off the back rim and in.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
They've got Washington, and it's Davies in at the center. And here is Athens now. Back to Brown. Athens moving the ball around. Defended by Pokuševski. Pass to Brown. There's the pick. Shoots over Washington. Brown, no good. Brown against Washington. Shoots over Brown. Now Pokuševski. Makes a big high bounce and goes in.
And, you know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
For the 3. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Here's Lundberg. A 3-pointer is right on target.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Another 3 for Athens.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Athens trails by 12. Pass to Brown. A three ball. No good that time.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
Launches it. Lundberg shot's good.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
To the middle. Beyond the arc. Davies grabs the miss. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Nailed from three-point land.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And the three ball is good.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
And it's Washington missing. Athens trails by 15. Here's Brown. That one good for 2.
You know, guys, when you push it hard like that on the break, those are the easy buckets that'll be waiting for you.
Brown's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Pass to Davies. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Athens.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
The screen from Brown. Jacks up a 3. They get it back.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Here's Lundberg. Knocked loose. Shoots. And the wing jumper offline. And now Athens on the break. Stolen by Washington. Pass to Lundberg. Knocks down the 3 ball.
That one's going to be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
And they deserve it. They deserve to celebrate a dominant performance in what's going to be a blowout win.
They get the rebound. 3-pointer. And no good. With the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
And you got to jump at this chance. Stretch that lead out as much as possible.
Fires from way outside. Oh, he hit it.
How did that go in?
How about the range on that jumper?
The visiting club takes the win on the road. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight.
Welcome to... K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Evans in at the point. 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it. Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Dorsey. Drives to the hoop. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You gladly take those.
The three. From downtown. Right wing. Drains the triple.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, here's what the head coach for Athens told me earlier. When I asked about guarding the big man, Domantas Sabonis, he told me his versatility is really tremendous. I told our guys to be aware of not just his scoring ability, but to clog up any passing lanes they see, because he can really move the ball too. It's going to take a total team effort from us. Let's see how things play out.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Here's Evans. Here's Vezenkov. And it falls all over the rim and in.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. No good on the wing three.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Knocks down the triple. Dorsey's got 5 now.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
The deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Here's Evans. Pass to Vezenkov. And they're on the break. Puts it up from 12. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
That was not an easy move. I mean, especially against that length.
Okay, look, that move right there is a product of repetition. He's worked on that, and it pays off over that little larger defender.
He's never going to pass up that shot. The defense giving him way too much room.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the first quarter. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Evans. There's a screen. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Athens. 4-3. The rebound by Vezenkov.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Good on the bucket.
One way to beat good defense, use that double clutch.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here at 7 with the ball. Over to the wing. Now Hernan Gomez. Yet to see a basket. Knocks it down from distance.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Here's Evans. It's rebounded by Yurtseven.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Osman on the wing. 6 to shoot. There's the three. The offensive rebound. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. There's 18 seconds left in the opening quarter. Poke loose. Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Evans. He's got 5. The jumper from the wing off target.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't towards
play. The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
And I couldn't tell exactly what happened. And apparently, I guess the refs didn't get a clear look at it either. They have to get it right because this is a big moment in the game.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Athens. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Athens.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
Nunn defends. He squares up and sinks it. Here's Brown. Outside Nunn. And a miss there on the triple. Into the lane.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Brown passes to Nunn. Out to the right wing. Fournier covering. From the arc. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. No good with a jumper from the wing.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Yep, that one goes. Brown's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Getting the ball inside, usually a pretty good recipe.
The three is up. Doesn't go for him. And so it's Athens with it. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Brown with the block. And he gets it back. Takes the three. On target from range. 5 points in the game. Neither side willing to relent.
That's led to 8 lead changes and a bunch of drama already.
To the paint. Here's Peters. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Can they get it? Counted from distance.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Hey, here's Nunn for three. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Nunn's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. It's hauled in by Athens.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
A minute 29 left to play in the half. Clock at 6. Brown can't hit. Outside Fournier. Launches it. That shot off.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
There's 57 seconds left in the second quarter. Driving to the basket. Can't get it to fall. A tight game here in Milwaukee. Pass to Nunn from outside the arc. Buries it from three. Nunn's got 6 points.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Defended by Brown. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Setting up in the half court where they've been somewhat ineffective.
And that's in part because this defense has been so solid.
It's Brown on the wing. There's a screen. Here's Nunn. Kick out to Brown. For three. The shot off that time. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's Athens. They're up by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And guys, I want to talk for a sec about the talent level in this league. In fact, I'd say it's never been better.
You sure about watching them on the offensive end? They did a great job moving that basketball. There's no surprise in those assist totals how they reflect that. Keeping every.
Thanks for tuning in.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Pass to Dorsey. Here's Vezenkov. Here's Evans. Takes it inside. And he slams it in one-handed.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
And it's Dorsey in at the 2. There's a screen. The rebound by Vezenkov. Here's Evans. He has 7. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Nails it from 3.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Five to shoot. From 17. That shot, no good. 90 seconds into the second half now. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Athens. Yurtseven's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Osman. From behind the arc. Drills it from deep. He's got 9.
Put the first 3 misses behind them and finally ended their third quarter drought.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Evans, that's good.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Evans has gotten 5 shots to fall in 8 tries.
And they have started out this quarter shooting just 20%. Let's just say this is not the way they wanted to open the second half.
To the inside. Here's Fall. It's hauled in by Athens. Yurtseven's got 7 rebounds in the game. Hernan Gomez on the wing. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. stolen. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Here's Evans. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Evans has got 14 points for the game. They set the pick. Pass to Osman. And here's your 7. Here's Osman. The 3. Hits the trifecta. Osman's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Here's Evans. And the 3 off target.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
To the wing, right side. You're 7 a screen, 5 on the clock. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Here's Dorsey. 5 points in the game. They get it back. Here's Panathinaikos. Pass to Evans. Three-pointer. Hits a three-pointer. Evans has got 12 now in this quarter.
Credit the plays they're calling for him. Getting him right now some good shots.
Here's your 7. Out to the wing. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. 36 seconds left in the third. Here's Panathinaikos. Gets the 3 ball to go. Athens trails by 7. Buries it down low. 11 points in the game.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Shakes him. And he lays it in.
Shooting a great clip in the second half. He made some nice adjustments in the locker room.
He got it up. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Leading by 7. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter with... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Brown finds none. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off none.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
Defended by Brown. There's the drive.
And he's just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Hey, here's none for 3. He drops it from range.
The screen doesn't earn him a ton of breathing room. Turns out he doesn't need it.
Defended by Brown. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Inside. The kick out to none. This one for 3. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
And I bet he's thinking that he could close the gap completely if he can keep those threes coming.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Athens trails by 3. Misses in close. Going inside. And he can't get that one. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Things are firing on all cylinders for them right now. We'll see if they can keep it going.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Fournier for 3. Connects from downtown. Fournier's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
They set the screen. Hey, here's none for 3. That one doesn't drop.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Athens trails by 8. There's a minute 54 left in the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
With a healthy advantage, they're looking confident.
And could boost their lead to double digits here, too.
Here's Fournier. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Fournier covering. Pass to Nunn. Brown with a screen. Out to the right wing. Back to Nunn. Shot clock at 5. Looking to win the run. And another miss by Athens.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Here's Peters. Sinks it from distance.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digit.
Beyond the arc. The shot, no good. Fires from deep. That shot off the mark. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. They set a pick. Let's go with a 3. The shot misses. Well, Grant, this game looks just about over.
B.A., all they really need to do is just work that clock, don't turn it over, and this game is a wrap. And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And another miss by Athens. Fires from way outside and gets it to fall. And so the road team gets the W in this one. A statement road victory.
Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Fall, and it's Vezenkov in at the power forward position.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Here's Bunga. Bangs home the trifecta.
Ntilikina sensing when one of his guys was not covered, and then he found him.
Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Dorsey. Connects in the foul line jumper.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
Now here's Jones. Rebounded by Papanikolaou. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Now that's the way it's done. Take it up high and throw it down with everything you've got.
That's right. He was not going to take the soft approach on that drive.
Well, not that wide open. You're given a juicy gift by the defense. You got to sink your teeth into it.
Now here's Evans. Driving to the basket, and it's blocked. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Puts up a deep three from beyond the arc and then some.
One of the ways to get a great look from the three-point line is when you're on a fast break. The defense simply lost him.
Pass to Dorsey. Fires the three. Connects from three-point range. Dorsey's got his second bucket tonight.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Here's Ntilikina. Davies, the pass to Bunga. Misses the three. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Vezenkov. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Bunga. Jones, no one around him. It's good from long range.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition when no one's on you, great shot there.
Now here's Evans. From the arc, drills it from outside. Evans has got 5 now.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
They set the screen. Pass to Ntilikina. Here's Davies. Clock at 6. Out to the right wing. Here's Ntilikina. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Alder.
I was able to talk with Phil Jackson for just a minute. We talked about tackling the quote-unquote Sabonis problem. Coach said, we want to challenge Sabonis as early and often as possible. We'd rather see him pass the ball than find his own shot, and especially inside. Well, they'll try to battle Sabonis in the paint. See how that works out. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. So they take the lead. 8 points for him. Evans has gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. Pass to Bunga. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Ball stolen. Here's Papanikolaou.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Now here's Evans. 8 points for him. Pass to Vezenkov. Evans outside. Lets the three fly. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Leading by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Hey, Why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
He gets it in there.
That play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
There's a screen. And he dunks it down.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Stolen by Washington. Here's Lundberg. From deep. Washington, that's good.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Lundberg, still without a basket. 6 on the shot clock. Wide open look. Jump shot is good that time.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Now, here's Washington. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Sinks the triple. Lundberg's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And there's the drive. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. From the line, 2 points. That one goes. Washington's got 5 now.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
To the inside.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Pass to Peters. They set the pick. Pulls up on the wing. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And he drives in, and he gets the bucket. Lundberg's got his second basket of the game.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Peters. Pass to Fournier. Just 5 to shoot. From past the arc. The offensive rebound. 1:06 left in the first half. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Pass to Lundberg. And here is Washington. There's a good screen from about 19 feet. Yep, that one goes. Washington's got 7 points here in this quarter. A tight game here in New York. Poked away. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Pass to Lundberg. Okrzyjewski with the ball. From deep Washington. Peters grabs the miss.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Dwayne Washington Jr. First personal foul. First team foul.
11 seconds left now here in the second. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
He misses the free throw.
The away team. 0. 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. 5 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Jones. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. They lead by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Well, I think for the home team, they didn't come out the gates the way they hoped. Took the L, but they don't think that represents who they are. Well, they're clicking from outside. Hard cuts to the ball and a few bone-jarring screens. Man, they have a high quality of looks.
And that about wraps it up.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. They've got Jones, and it's Davies in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And that's the group for Phil Jackson as we begin the second half. Lets it go with the 3. The shot, no good. Here's Dorsey, defended by Jones. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. Pass to Bonga. Here's Ntilikina. Lets it go from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 6.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Evans outside. Pass to Vizenko. Outside, Jones. Out to the right wing. And the 3 off target.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Evans, good.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
Jones, the pass to Bonga. Outside, Jones. Shot clock at 6. With the shot. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Now Evans. 12 points for him. Here he goes. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Pass to Bonga to the left wing. Shoots the 3. Nailed from three-point land. 9 points in the game so far.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Panathinaikos. He takes it in, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Now, there's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Evans, that's a 2-pointer. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Outside, Jones. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. There's the three. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Yeah, excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
It's good from long range.
Well, after hitting a 3 earlier in the game, he now has 3 threes this half, guys.
Here's Panathinaikos.
And Kevin, he had a little opening to the bucket and took full advantage on that one.
Greg, he didn't waste any time making up his mind. That was going to be a flush all the way. Stolen by Evans. To the paint. And he jams it with authority.
And they are amped up right now. I mean, after trailing for so long and then trimming that margin, finally they take the lead.
On the free throw, no good. Fast break, here we go. Here's Jones. Rebounded by Panathinaikos. Panathinaikos got 4 rebounds in this game. Driving to the basket. Evans outside. Fires the 3. Davies grabs the miss. Down low, and he slams it one-handed. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Poke loose. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Leading by a point. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Evans, and it's Fall into the 5.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Pass to Washington. Now Pokushevsky. A 3-pointer, no good. Evans with it. Here's Panathinaikos. Nice move. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Personal foul, first team foul. Shooting for the away team.
The first one falls.
Panathinaikos. 2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Here's Lundberg. Clock at 6. Over to the left wing. Here's Pokusevsky. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense. Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
And here is Washington. From downtown, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
They're just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. It's a tie ball game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
He's covered by Washington. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Really starting to attack on the interior here, showing a much more physical presence here in the second half.
Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Driving in. To the wing on the left. He's covered by Washington. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Lundberg going inside to the left side wing. Pakusevsky with the bucket. Pakusevsky's got his first 3 points of the game.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the push-up. Oh, the officials are all over that one.
It's the first that narrows the gap to 1. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, crucial moment there at the free throw line, and he never flinched.
1:19 left in the fourth quarter. Hands it from downtown. Washington's got 5 points in the quarter.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Well, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
To the wing on the left. He's guarded by Fournier. Pass to Washington. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Nice. That one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
He's covered by Washington. Takes it inside.
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
It's in!
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
Always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
Here's Evans. For the win. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. What a show.
Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. And the starting group for Athens. Jetty Osman out there with Omer Yurtseven. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the three. The three is up. Gets the three to fall.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Outside none. Stolen by Jones. Here's the break. Here's Bonga. He's covered by your 7. And there's the drive. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Yep, that one goes.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And there's the screen. 6 on the shot clock. And he drives in. Nifty move. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And defensively, you have to make them work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Almost 2 minutes into the first here. None against Jones. Here's Osman. Off target from outside. Here's Bonga from downtown. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
To the paint. Osman. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
And it's Bonga missing.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Osman, no good.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
The 3 is up. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. On offense, here is Athens. They trail by 3. It's rebounded by Ntilikina. Lets the 3 fly. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Puts up a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Bonga gets the bucket.
Wow. Some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
Hernan Gomez on the wing. Jones against none. You're 7 a screen. 3-pointer. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Athens trails by 3. Outside none. Pass to Hernan Gomez. The steal. Here's Bonga. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Knocked loose. And so the ball out of bounds. Jones touched it last. And with New Year's fast approaching, let's see our power rankings for an idea of how everyone's year is looking. They're having a little bit of trouble right now, hanging in the middle of the league.
Checking out Athens, they really came out swinging this year, putting to rest all of the doubts about their abilities. Now we'll see if they can maintain that energy.
Here's Osman. They get the rebound. Pass to none. Here's your 7. Fires for 3. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
Boy, you love what this guy is doing right now. He's taking smart shots, shooting a high percentage, starting to cook.
34 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
Oh, that was nasty. A 2-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. None. The pass to Osman. Left side, none. Pass to your 7. Shot clock at 6. Back to none. Down low. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter. We're all tied up. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Defensively, their gambles are paying off, jumping passing lanes and pressuring ball handlers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
First team foul.
The three from Washington. Fires in the triple. Washington's got his first 3 points of the game.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
And for Athens, tries the spin move. 6 on the shot clock. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. On the take. To the right side. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Fires the three. And no good. From the arc. It's hauled in by Athens. Outside, Brown. Here he goes. The shot no good. Close the net on 2 minutes played here in the second. And Pokashevsky gets it to go.
And this will be more and more a part of his game, the more efficient he gets. Pokashevsky, a big who can shoot it.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Back to Brown. Fires the three. Drops in the three. Brown's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Sends it home from three-point land. Pokashevsky's got 6 in the quarter.
In the first half, you want to stay aggressive, but you also want to be careful. That is his second foul already.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes. And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
Pass to Brown.
2 minutes.
Out to the right wing. There's the 3. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Washington outside. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And the bucket is good.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Outside, Brown. To the left wing. They set the pick. Pass to Pokashevsky. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the tray. Pokashevsky's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And you'd think their lead would hold as long as they continue to shoot like this.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Washington. The three. It's hauled in by Athens. 50 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. And that one's good.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Picked by Pokashevsky. 4-3. And Washington good for three. Washington's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
And there's the screen. And here's Brown for three. Counted from distance.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
23 seconds left in the half. Athens trails by 9.
It might be a good idea to run the clock. Hold it for the last shot.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Substitution on the court.
There's 6 seconds left in the second. The three from Washington. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
Yeah, that's exactly how to end the half on a high note. Tacking 3 points onto this lead at the horn. The mood in each of those locker rooms will be very different.
The three-point contest only grows in popularity. Hard to pick the favorite here. All these guys are knockdown shooters.
And looking now at that first half where everything was going wrong for Athens.
If they think they'll win with this kind,
and that is going to do it.
And so we wrap up the first half. They lead by 12. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Here's Ntilikina. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Yurtseven. And for Athens, we've got Omer Yurtseven. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the three, the small forward. Pass to Yurtseven. There's a screen, 4 on the clock. Now Hernan Gomez, defended by Jones. And again, it's Athens with a three.
Slow defensive rotation, causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
From deep, it's rebounded by Yurtseven. Yurtseven's got 4 rebounds now. And for Athens, we've got Jetty Osman. Also, Omer Yurtseven out there. And it's Nunn in at the 2-guard spot. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. To the middle, and stolen by Nunn. Over to the left wing, pass to Osman, back to Nunn. Here's the three. The shot comes out. Jones feels it out. Here's Ntilikina. Three-pointer off the mark.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
Back to Nunn. Launches a three. The rebound by Bonga.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Jones from outside. It's hauled in by Athens.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Count the basket. Give him 8.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Stripped away. Pass to Nunn. Now here's Yurtseven. Back to Nunn. Here's Osman. There's the triple. Pure from three-point range. Osman's got 5.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Ntilikina. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
In pick-and-roll situations, a point guard has got to demonstrate patience. Ntilikina does a great job there.
And again, it's Athens with a 3.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Jones against none. Jones drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Athens trails by 5. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Hernan Gomez has gone 1 for 3 on the night. Here's Bonga. Drains the triple.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Ali LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Ali. He hit the ground running. Over to the wing. 54 seconds left in the third. Here's Nunn. Pass to Osman. Spins. And here's your 7. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Yurtseven's got his second basket of the game.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Oh, hey, how about that? And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Now here's Brown. He has 6.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Jones, the pass to Bonga. On the wing, Jones. Pass to Bonga. With 1 on the clock. Oh, did he get it off in time? He did! How about that?
Are you serious? That was incredible.
What a way to seize momentum.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Up 6. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And for Athens,
they're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Grant against Washington.
And that's 2 awful trips in a row resulting in turnovers. And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Right wing. Inside. Grant with a steal. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Athens.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. The baseline J, intercepted. Fast break, here we go. And Pokashevsky gets it to go.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
13 feet out. Nope, 4 for 7 now.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
That's to Lundberg. With the drive, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Good on the second one. They're just trying to hold on to this lead, Grant.
And right now, you just can't afford to be careless.
The three from Washington. Over to the wing. The three ball. Can't get it to fall. That miss makes him 5 for 9. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. There's a screen. And here's Grant from the arc. And another miss by Athens.
Ooh, he really came close to leveling the score there.
Oh, he had it in his sights. He wanted it. That bucket would have been huge.
Out to the right wing. And another miss by Athens. Washington outside. There's a minute 54 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Pokashevsky. Clock at 6. To the left side wing. Lundberg. Off target from three-point range. Athens trails by 3. Now Graham. And some changes here for Athens.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:33 left to play in the fourth. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Pokashevsky.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Fires in the triple.
Well, that's a smart pass by Alexei Pokashevsky. This guy handing it off to a ready shooter. Nicely done.
He's guarded by Washington. There's a screen. And another miss by Athens.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. For 3. The rebound by Osman.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
The kick out to Nunn. Puts up a 3. He connects! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3!
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Just such a terrific dunk.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul. Well, that's somebody who sees the whole floor and delivers it to the perfect wide-open shooter.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
Here's Pokashevsky. Money!
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Fires away from way up. Oh, yes, he did!
That's incredible!
Wow! And so they get the victory here at home. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team and the starting group for Athens. We've got Omer Yurtseven, and it's Osman in at the 4. Beyond the arc. No good that time. Here's Papanikolaou. Lets it fly. That one a little long. On offense, here is Athens. Hits the trifecta.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Here's Vezinkov. Pass to Fall. Out left to the wing. Here's Evans. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Back to Osman. Launches it. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. He takes it in. Evans, that's good. To the wing on the left. Pass to Osman. Out left to the wing. 6 to shoot. The 3 is up. Nails it from beyond the arc. Osman's got 6 points.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Here's Evans. Got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back. Here's Vezinkov. Offensive board. Pass to Dorsey. Here's Vezinkov. Fades and shoots. Here's Evans. Three-pointer. Connects from downtown. Evans has got his third basket on the night right there. On offense, here is Athens. Pass to Osman. Out to the right wing. Outside Nunn. Back to Osman. Picked it out of midair. Here's Dorsey. Nunn defends. Here's Dorsey. Second chance effort. It's hauled in by Athens.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize. Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Athens.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Here's Papanikolaou. Nunn defends. They set the screen. Here's Evans driving in.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Hey, here's Nunn for three. And another miss by Athens. Pass to Vizenkov. To the paint. Here's Fall. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
He had a big height advantage there and did not mess around with it. Took advantage.
Hernan Gomez with it. Here's 7. Passes to Hernan Gomez. The three. It's hauled in by Fall. 19 seconds left in the first. Here's Vizenkov. No points so far. Pass to Dorsey. From the arc. We're at the end of one in a close game so far. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
So on the floor for Athens. Fournier for three. Gets the three to fall. Fournier's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Boy, you've got to corral Fournier on these pick and rolls. I mean, he just knows how to pick the defense apart if you don't.
And there's a pick. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Driving inside. Oh, man. Oh, my! Throw it down!
Awesome. Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
Now here's Grant. No made baskets yet. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And again, unable to change momentum here. In transition. Here's Peters. Three-pointer. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
They get it back. Fournier covering. Tries again. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. Down low. He's covered by Grant. Pass to Fournier. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Athens. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt. Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Now here's Fournier. Shot on the wing. That one misses. He's 1 for 3.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's the pick.
2 minutes.
The drive by Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And his first miss of the night. Now 2 of 3. Athens trails by 3. To the left side wing. The 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
He's covered by Grant. 1:06 left to play in the second quarter.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that Dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Grant's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Peters. Takes a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Peters has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Graham. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Oh, it goes! He got it off in time!
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
At home, this team is pretty stout. Looking at this upcoming stretch, they're probably licking their chops.
And swinging back to that first half of action, it has been a close contest for the home team.
I love
that. Does it for half.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. They're up by 4. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And it's Evans in at point guard. Here's Nunn going inside. Back to Osman. A rebound by Vezenkov. And for Athens, Jetty Osman out there with Omer Yurtseven. And it's Nunn in at the 2 spot.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And it's Dorsey in at shooting guard. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Over to the left wing. Here's Nunn, and he jams it home with authority.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
And for Athens, a Marriott 7 out there with Jetty Osman. And it's Nunn in at the 2. Athens trails by 5. Osman on the wing. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Let's go with a 3. And it's Dorsey with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Driving to the basket. And he lays it up and in. Dorsey's got 5 points in the quarter.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Dorsey. 7-point game. Biggest lead so far. Takes the 3. Sinks it from distance. Dorsey's got 8 points.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Outside Nunn. To the inside. Soft touch off the glass.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. From 18 feet away, the rebound by Osman.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Now here's Nunn. Pass to Osman. Now Hernan Gomez. They set a pick. Fires for 3. The shot that time not on target. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
Now here's Hernan Gomez. Pass to Nunn. Here's Osman. Outside Nunn. Sends it home from three-point land.
3 points.
He's got 5.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Driving in. And he goes in for the dunk.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Evans. 9 points in the game. The 3 is up. The rebound by Nunn.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes. Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Pass to Evans. They set the pick. Here's Dorsey. Drives to the hoop, and it's good for 2. Dorsey's got 10 points.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Three-pointer off the mark.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to fall. Here's Dorsey. Nunn defends. There's the 3. Here's Evans. Over Nunn. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. The third quarter comes to a close. Up 9. And we'll be back right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And for Athens,
boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity, gone awry.
To the middle. Ooh, poked away. It's a one-on-one situation. Now here's Grant. Tight defense on him from outside the arc. The shot won't fall. Grant's got 1 3-pointer tonight so far in 4 tries. Launches a 3. Knocks down the triple.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of 3-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone now. Here's Peters. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. That one no good. Athens trails by 8. Fournier covering. Grant outside. This one for 3. Unable to get that one.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
It's hauled in by Athens. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th now. They set the screen. Shot clock at 6. No good there, off the double clutch. Grant's got 3 of his 8 shots to go. Down low. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
And the shot goes.
Assist goes to Papa Petra.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. He's covered by Grant. Here's Peters. Lets it go from deep. Knocks it down from distance.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Papa Petra.
1:57 left in the 4th. And there's the screen. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
He's covered by your 7, and he gets it to go.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Here's Osman. Nails it from 3.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Osman's gone 3 for 5 shooting from the floor. Back to none. Here's the 3. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Pass to Fournier. There's a screen from behind the arc. Offensive rebound. And there's a 3-second violation.
3 seconds. Athens ball.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Pass to Osman. Fires the 3. Doesn't go that time.
And lockdown defense against one of the best 3-point shooters in the league.
Fournier for three. It's hauled in by Athens. And a comeback here looking very unlikely.
Absolutely everything would have to go their way at this point.
Fires the three. He buries it from three. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Pulls up, high post. Good on the jump shot.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really give the defense just another thing to worry about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
Here's Ntilikina, tipped. And here they come. Here's Papanikolaou, and there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. We'll have to be disciplined tonight, BA.
Thank you for that, Allie. It's hauled in by Fall.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Tries it from 19, and he tries it off the glass, but it's no good.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a...
Oh, sensational! Yes. What a dunk!
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Here's Papanikolaou. Puts the move on. Misses the layup. Jones against Fournier. Pass to Bonga from downtown. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Jones against Fournier. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Just 5 to shoot. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Jones with the ball. There's the triple. Drills it from deep. Jones has got his second basket on the night.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's Fournier, and he drives in, and that one is hammered home.
Come on, BA. Emphatic slam from a player who does it better than most.
Oh, defense optional when the freight train is coming.
Always in attack mode. We see him do this night after night.
Ntilikina, the pass to Bonga, to the paint. Here's Jones. Here's Bonga. for three. Can't hit that one.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Papanikolaou. Up and in on the layup.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Here's Bonga. And there's the rejection. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Ntilikina. Floats one. Buries it from three. 5 points in the game.
I like everything he's doing so far offensively, finding his spots, making strong selections.
Defended by Jones. Here's Papanikolaou. Clock at 6. Oh, sweet move. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. They get it again. Hits a three-pointer. 17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Vezenkov. From downtown, knocks down the long J. Vezenkov's got 5 points.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Tie game and some big points being put on the board as we wrap up the first. Don't go away. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Here's Evans. Takes it inside, and he throws it down with one hand.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Here's Lundberg, and the three-pointer goes. Lundberg's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Shot from the wing. The rebound by Lundberg.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
In general, they're finding good looks from beyond the arc, steadily improving as this game's going along.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Peters. Pokashevsky covering. Launches it from deep. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. Puts up a three. It doesn't go for him. Here's Evans. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Oh, it's stolen. Puts up a deep three. And unable to corral the miss as it goes out of play. On Thursday, then on Friday.
Checking out their schedule, they've got a tough run of games coming up, but quality opponents are a great chance for you to see how well your team can truly perform.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter, and there's a pick. Lets it go from deep. That one is off. Evans has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. From deep three-point land. No good. goes. Count it. Evans has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Washington right side. Here's Lundberg. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. First trip to the line for him here. The first one falls. And he makes the first but misses the second. With a bucket here, they can recapture the lead.
I like how they've hung in. Never let things get out of hand.
Here's Evans.
2 minutes remaining.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Peters. Kept alive. Pass to Dorsey. Over Washington. Here's Peters. No points yet. There's a screen and another shot. And he lays it up and in.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Pass to Pokashevsky. The 3 is up. He's off on that one. And here's the fast break for the finish. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And there's the drive. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. On target from range.
And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
They set the pick. Here's Lundberg. 27 seconds left in the first half.
Oh my, a powerful throwdown at its best. The defense wasn't quite effective enough right there, B.A.
He got all the room he needed. That's a jam you know this crowd's going to remember for a long time. Evans, that's good.
They're really working the paint now.
Evans has gone 3 of 5 from the field. Here's Lundberg. And the jumper is on the mark. Lundberg's got 8. To the left wing from the arc. He can't get it to go. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. They lead by 2. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
And something out of left field for you guys.
Ernie, left field, this is not baseball. This is a basketball show.
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were with that analysis. Thanks for tuning in.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Here's Ntilikina. Still no points. He drops it from range. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
And here is Fournier. Wing shot on the way. That shot is off.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. He's got 10.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Shot clock at 6. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And the jumper from the wing offline. No coverage that time. Jones has got 6 here in the quarter.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
In transition, here they come. Here's Bonga. From outside the arc. Drops in the 3.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Here's Ntilikina. Oh, he missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
And Fall gets it to go.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Papanikolaou. Sinks the tray.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Here's Bonga. No points so far. Lots of room. And it's in there.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Pass to Ntilikina. To the wing, right side. And the 3 off target.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Vezenkov. Offensive rebound. Fires the 3.
First personal foul.
Looking to slow it down here, run a play.
Which is interesting because they've done much better playing with pace.
Jones, the pass to Ntilikina. Here's the 3. Knocks it down from distance. He's got 12.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to Fall. Here's Vezenkov. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Papanikolaou. Beyond the arc. Pass to Vezenkov. Inside. Here's Fall. Tries yet again. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ooh, tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Now here's Jones. Lets the 3 fly. Knocks down the triple. Jones has got 9 points now in the quarter.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
On the wing, Fournier. Got a piece of it. Here's Vezenkov. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Vezenkov's gone 1 of 5 on 3-point tries. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Jones from outside. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Papanikolaou. That 3's off the mark. Jones feels it out. Gets it off. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Oh, they're on fire. The run punctuated by the big.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Leading by 14. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Here's Evans. He's guarded by Washington. They set a pick. Pass to Dorsey.
Out of bounds. The ball goes to the away team.
Here's Lundberg. There's the three. Nails it from three.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Away team foul. Number 45. First personal foul. First team foul. Away team foul. Number 45. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Evans. The three. On target from range.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Lundberg. They get it back. Pass to Pokashevsky. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Here's Evans. The three is up. Washington grabs the miss. Here's Lundberg. From deep. No luck on that one. He's guarded by Washington. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Here's Evans. Three-pointer. Gets a very good look and converts. Evans has got 5 points in the quarter.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And the NBA moving to a 2-day draft. Your thoughts on the change, Grant?
You know, B.A., a lot of pro sports are shifting to multi-day drafts. And the NBA draft can be long if done all in one evening. So maybe a good choice to break it up.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. That one falls.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And they're on a big run to make this game interesting. Can't let up now.
It's one thing to get close, but do they have enough left in the tank to take a lead? To see.
Fires in the triple.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Pokashevsky. Evans has gone 1 of 5 from three-point territory. Pass to Pokashevsky. Now here's Washington. Defense is right there. Nice spin off the left rim and in. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Evans. He's guarded by Washington. Takes a three. Evans, that's good. Evans has got 10 points here in the second half.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
The three from Washington. They get it again. Pass to Lundberg. Shot clock at 5. Launches a three. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
The shot by Evans, no good. Here's Lundberg. 27 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. To the right side. Washington outside. The 3-ball. Out to the right wing. There's the triple, and the three-pointer goes.
3.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.